Hey, I'm Kev. Welcome back to TT Isle of Man 2, riding on the edge harder. Last time we began the Irish Championship with a bit of a disappointing race, very close finish at the end. We began the season not quite on the right foot that we wanted, a bit rusty still after the off-season, but now, after buying quite a load of bikes, we've got the classic TT and then again, or we could do the junior TT, but I think I prefer it on the old classic bikes. See what we can do here. So I haven't really tried out the classic bikes so far, so very slightly reduced his time spent on pit stops. We definitely need that. Which is respawn time. Penalty for starting race is slightly reduced. And then that is Chris who potentially finish the top three without restarting the race. We'll just stick with the mechanics one. And so we have got the Ducati for Mike Helwood, his return. His legendary return to the TT from 1978. See if Hissop's Norton NRS588 from 1992. Joey Dunlop's Yamaha TZ750 from 1980. But I'll simply go with the Norton. I'm guessing that's the best one out of the lot. And it says from the 90s, a bit more powerful as well. So let's have a go with it. And it's 4 laps and a Team T time trial, as we have got 9 other competitors, all on Nortons as well. Okay, so we've got 4 laps. We'll probably have to do a pit stop in the middle of the race, from what I remember, after 2 laps. And we'll have to do a lap time, probably around 17 minutes. So this could be a very long episode if we make it to the end. Let's gear up. Look at Gary. Staring at our arse, Gary. What the hell? Let's get underway. So we've got like a 500cc bike here, old school 2-stroke. They can go on pavements as well. It's got 5 gears as well. Steve Fawcett, one of the legendary riders, the TT. Legendary on the British scene as well. I remember British Superbike champion multiple times. I actually grew up with him riding in the British Superbike Championship. Challenging like the likes of Neil Mackenzie, Chris Walker, Neil Hodgson. Being one of the top riders, John Reynolds as well. But he made his name first in the TT. Unfortunately, I remember passed away in a helicopter accident when he was 49. 2003, I think now. It's very sad to see. So is that our first crash? We're probably going to have a couple of those on these first 2 laps, as we just try and get used to this bike. Now to ride it. Does not like bumps. Got that. It's 142. So this probably goes as quick as our Superbike laps if you get around 17 minutes, but that's unlikely. It'll probably be around 18, 19 minutes myself. That's actually flattened these bikes, okay. Probably should have thought to try and upgrade these bikes as well beforehand. Well, it's just fun having these in TT Isle of Man 2. Shame we don't have many other classes like the electric bikes as well. And you don't see the sidecars have returned, but they were DLC. That's a bit disappointing. Not to the left yet. Next corner, around the halfway house. It's all turn too late. God, you got to turn so early. So just 9 seconds down. That's by having a couple crashes as well. That's not too bad, considering. So over the bridge towards the Hawthorne. Oh, that might be flat out that second turn as well. Wow, the engine braking is very well this bike. That's now we're around 10 seconds back. That's why, what the hell, you've been very slow there, Ryder, in front. Got 9.9. Probably shouldn't have nicked up as we were approaching the corner. That was my fault. So it might actually have pace if we can just stop freaking crashing. This is a bit surprising. I thought we'd be way off it. One bike turn. Through Glen Helen. Well, Sarah's Cottage, we made it by. Hope you don't have to pop in after the race now and be like, sorry for that damage. Let's go through the Amfell. And then down the Kwong Yevodi Straight. Well, not how you say it at all. 17 seconds back. So we go to the 11th milestone. So we go through the S's. We'll watch out for some bumps around there as well. It's through McGuinness's. So a bit wide through Garrow. We'll comfy over the bump. So you gain 3 seconds there. Just by keeping it upright. Let's go through Westwood. Into Kurt Michael. Insane they're flat out like this through the town. Well, watch out for the bump coming up. You made it through the jumps. What the hell? Through Bishop's Court. It's not you have to slow down yet. It's definitely a bend we do though around it. Try and remember which one it is. I think it's this one. Down past the Alpine Cottage. Just a couple of seconds there. It's over the bridge. The first time, nicely made it through. There's that bump. Quarry bends. I think it feels like it's these bends we need to slow down for. And our soul will be straight, getting into light speed. It's all a bit wide over the bridge. In Ginger Hall. We've got a couple, it's a bit tight and twisty here, I remember that. So that's now over 20 seconds. End off. That's before we get back into the old city centre as well. So already up to around like 10 minutes on this or that. It's not good if we want to get under that, under even like 20 minutes I think for that. Because they're about halfway through now. Oh, wide. Come on, bike. I felt we were right through there, and then the bike suddenly didn't turn. It's not great. Not sure we just came too much speed. It didn't feel like it though. And so into mini town. There's into Parliament Square. Past our Doring fans. Might be one Doring fan. I might put a plant in the crowd, okay? So a bit wide through White Gates. As we approach the hairpin. God, turn. What the hell? See what I see about the steering ranges of the bike? This gap's now 40 seconds. So I've got the bike really slowed down there, but still in. Go as you go through the waterworks. Oh no! Sorry, I couldn't see the corner. That's my fault. I know there's a left. It's after though. What are you doing, bike? We don't want to be caught by anyone else, because they'll probably just get in our way. Into the gooseneck. And out of there. Now we've got to remember the corners which we can take flat out, which ones we can't. That was more flat out than it looked. Get back here! So at least we've got someone as kind of a marker for us as we approach Joey's, or through Joey's. There we go, we actually brake properly for Guthrie's Moor. We don't often do that. Through Mountain Mile. Looks like they might have heard us. We are actually catching a bit. Oh, hell, this is insane. Try and make the move through the mountain box, but absolutely balked to that. George's folly. Just a minute back, and see, that's the problem. He's in the way. Couldn't slow down way too much. We didn't have, unfortunately, don't have space to slow down on mountain roads, so you crash and crash again. Once again, we don't have the option of making them invisible, or making them ghosts, which might actually be helpful. So wait until we're down past the bungalow, that's it. That's the turn we're waiting for. Through Hellwood's Rise. Oh god. Remember, this was actually, you actually need to brake for this corner. Do brandy well. In the corner up here as well. Through Jukes. Now we're approaching the final sector, which we do know a bit better. So just 73 seconds back. Windy corner. I'm surprised this bike hasn't combusted yet, just after one lap from the sounds of it. A bit wide. Applegate. Oh no! Why? Sorry, Kate's Cottage. We'll do the work after the race, okay? So there's summit understeer, which randomly appears, it feels like. Go past the tunnel. Hopefully not double figures and crashes. I'm trying to keep that down, put it out. Hopefully he kept it down this lap. How have we lost only 5 seconds? I have no idea. We won't catch up to our tour guide anytime soon, unfortunately. Brandish corner. Oh my god! It is high speed unders there then, though, which is more the issue. So you can be much slower than the bike is, and it'd be okay. If you go slightly over, the bike's like, no, I'm not responding to you. Okay. It sounds like a 500cc bike from what I can tell from the MotoGP games. Signpost corner, Bedstead corner. So we're almost at the end of that. Oh my god, we're going to be under 20 minutes. I think. Gonna be close, yeah, we're just gonna be under 20 minutes, yeah! One lap down. 1949 ETC. Just 81 seconds back. Man, you do not lift. Do not lift. Do not lift. I survived one lap, just about. Oh my... On my screen, it did not look like I was that close to it. As you saw. I feel like that's most of our crashes as well. Well, I can't actually see from this view whether I'm actually close to something or not sometimes. Just like... Yeah, it looks like I'm 10 meters away from the lamppost. I must be okay. But then there's not a lamppost that is there, it's a hedge. Or something like that. What the hell are you doing, bike? So it's just very high speed or very low speed unders there. That's all we've got to deal with. Keep it in the middle, we'll be okay. We'll see. Union Mills. So let's try and get under 19 minutes then for this lap. As hey, we've closed the gap a bit, have we? Or was it increased? I can't remember the gap now. Was it 80 seconds, wasn't it? So we've actually lost like 5 seconds, I think. Let's try and keep the crashes down a bit on this lap compared to the first one. Again, I think after this lap we need to pit. Go through crossroads. At least we're in the part of the lap which we really do know off by heart. There's our halfway house coming up. Hey, we've got a bike stopped. Got very similar. We've gained a couple of seconds though. So over the bridge and far away. I didn't really realise how many bridges there were for this course. Actually, quite a few bridges around here. It's all a bit wide there. Managed to pick the bike up nice quickly though. Put her into a branch then. There's over another bridge. Now into the Glen Helen section. I don't know, it feels like I can push this bike quite a lot. Of course, with the understeer issue though, can't push it too much. Otherwise we'll bite you in the arse. No! Again, just because of the light and I could not see that wall. With my dodgy eyes. So there you go through Glen Helen. Oh no no! That corner's much tighter than I expected. So I keep forgetting to use the rear brake. Unlike with the 500cc bikes in MotoGP, you can actually use the rear brake quite effectively and just as normal these bikes. Which doesn't sound right, but apparently we can. So yeah, I've got to remember to stop using that as well, or start using it. That's what we're up to, 3 crashes now. That's the gap, 4 as the gap is. Around 90 seconds now. Let's see. Unless I start going third person, I don't think there's a way I can ever go through that without crashing around it. Even if I memorise this fully, because it's just who I am. Unfortunately. It's all a bit wide there. So go through Garrow, that's better. I'll buy Garrow. Whoa, what the fuck? Why am I down there? Every bike I've ever ridden goes over that bump normally. And then suddenly the bike just, I don't know, what happened there? Ran into issues. So we're not looking good this lap. This has been a very poor lap so far, even for my standards. We've got westwards, head towards Kurt Michael. A lot of these places are maybe like 4th gear rather than 3rd, but I'm just playing it safe. It might be pretty flat through there as well. To get slowed down for the bumps. So that's one jump, then we got the one over here, don't we? A bit wide. There's a kind of bit more speed through this section, though. As we head towards the bridge. That's actually kind of how you meant to take it as well, isn't it? Kind of straight line it. Well, after the bridge. Oh my god, that freaking jump! So now we're down up to 6 crashes this lap. There should be none, because as I said, I know this first part of the lap. That's all we've got to stop lifting through it. Now we get better in the second half of the race. Because we need to. Why do I always lift for that corner? It's actually flat out that corner. Down the Solby straight. Still wide of the hairpin turn over the Solby Bridge somehow. Ginger Hall. Now into the section of that which I kind of know but don't. What's the corner's got the brake for though? So we're just almost 2 minutes off the lead now. Go through Glendale. So the tyre's starting to feel it a bit. Getting quite a bit of wheel spin now. So remember, we went flat through this section and we had a crash because of it. So we're slightly lifting now. Whoa, what the fuck? Why is the bike leaning left? Okay, that crash I have no idea again. Like it's bumps. Are catching us now? Running the corners at least. As we head towards Parliament Square. See again, what is that crash about? It must be a bump I'm hitting while I'm crashing, and it's just like, yeah, your guy's crashing. It's like, okay. Oh god, turn. Fucking hell. Again, that's a crash where I just did not see the corner. Which is probably half the crashes is that so far, and the other half are just mysteries to me. So the gap's over 2 minutes now. That's how pathetic we've been in this sector. Oh my god, what is this? Is this the tyre overheating issue from the first game coming to the fore? Because again, that was a tyre thing. I changed direction, the bike's just like, nope. I mean, none of that. There's nothing I could really do. And we're in double figures, I think, for that, which is awful. Like I said, the aim was to be in single figures, where we've already failed one account. Now let's see if we can get under 19 minutes. Which is unlikely with the way we're riding at the moment. And the bike's reacting to us. Because we're both hating each other at the moment. God, it's 5 Joeys. Oh my God, again! That says it's a braking thing. So did I lock up the rear then? What the hell? That time I did try and use the rear brake for braking for once, and maybe I've got to stop doing it now. The way the tyres are. Whatever. Somewhere go on 15 minutes this and that. That is not good if we're looking to get under 19 minutes. Because our set to takes like 3 to 4 minutes. And we're nowhere near it at the moment. Go for the mountain box. Oh my God, where are you going, bike? We lifted just like we did on the previous lap, because that's where we caught up to the other rider. And this time the bike's having none of it again. Yeah, that's where we crashed it through the black cart. Oh my God, bike, go. Trying to hug the inside wall for some reason. Don't really go down the second gear, do you? Or even third. It's mostly fourth or fifth. This, that. So at least we learned something about this bike. Apart from it being bloody annoying to ride. At least for the unskilled hands of myself. I'll wait to upgrade it if we can, because I'd love to get rid of a bit of that top line understeer. And bottom line understeer as well. Just the understeer in general would be nice. So our target's made it be under 5 minutes back of the winner at the end of this race. If we do that, I won't be happy, I'll be alright. Yeah, I shouldn't have got it back down to second there. That forced us to go slightly wide. So we survived then. Past Kate's cottage. Not doing more damage to her house. Guess I'm not meant to get it down to first. I think it's just second to fifth is the gear range, if I'm right. Just like it is for the normal bikes, second to sit for the Supersports and Super bikes. Didn't need to brake that. Just making sure we're making the corner for once. It's through Hillberry Corner. Bit wide through Signpost Corner. We made it through. to the very end of the lap. Little through the nook, there's a bit of road on the inside there. We've got to be very careful avoiding. Yeah, I know, we've got the pit. Can't remember where the pits are though. There we go. 1917. Disappointing. This is pretty cool. We get to see our guy play with our... I'm not sure what he's playing with. Let's put in the fuel. Yeah, we're very unhappy with the bike. The rider's absolutely terrible, isn't he? Terrible. It's a pretty cool view, though. You get it from this perspective. Because it used to be from the third-person view, but kept it with first person. In fact, I'm not sure these are my guys, actually, because with the balaclava, you don't really tell. Are we sure these are not the opponents? But I hope you're enjoying Classic TT. I am, despite my complaining about my riding and struggling to understand the bike with the understeer. Because it's there, we saw it on the first lap. On the second, it was mostly about balance and over the bumps we saw towards the end of that. For some reason, I don't know if that's because the tyres went off. We were just losing the bike. Which is a bit annoying. We're rejoined now for the last two laps, second half of the race. Hope you're strapped in for us to charge to victory. I mean, hopefully stay in the top half of the field. That's through Quarter Bridge. Actually, that's the first bridge we passed over. I thought this was what we know has been a lie all this time. Oh god. Bundled in there like a ball in the china shop. Bye everyone. Hopefully see you on the next lap. Maybe. So this lap, get the crashes down to single figures and get under that 19-minute barrier. Seems like engine seasoned slightly on engine braking there. That was not good. It felt like it. So that's why we're a bit wide into that right-hander. The gap 2:14. We've gained a bit. Stay, the comeback is on. Do we take this flat out or lift slightly? I'm a worse. Slight lift. But right back on it. The rest of the way. Hope we can spot the turn into the left it. It's not that severe either. There we go. Through Crosby Crossroads. You've got a bit of the bump over the hill, which is much less severe than it was in the first TT Isle of Man. That's towards the halfway house. We've got to start thinking of lifting now. Get wide. We made it through in one piece. Oh, we've gained another few seconds. See? Look at us charge. Or just stay upright. I think staying upright has been the most important thing so far. So a slight lift, virtually far out through that corner now though. Probably take that corner in third, actually. Let's go flat it out. Oh, we've gained another couple of seconds. My God. I even nipped up and didn't crash then. Having a cracking start of this pit stop. Seems to have realigned us a bit. And I will be a bit quieter, I guess, in the second of the race as well. To try and get through here without crashing. Through Glen Helen. Past the cottage. A repairment bill for Sophie's, or Sarah's cottage, should I say, yeah. And down the straight. So gained another couple of seconds. That could be under 2 minutes soon. Go past the 11th milestone. Through hand these. And McGuinness is. Oh, that was close through your bar arrow to the edge. Down above the brakes. There we go, see? Made it through in one piece. Another couple of seconds. See, it is just about staying upright. Because we definitely do have the pace. A little bit wide there. Westward. We approach Kurt Michael once again. Just keeping it in fourth this time. Slightly off the line, had to lift that. Oh, we're catching up to someone. Hello, buddy. Haven't seen you for a while. Well, I look a bit like a zombie. Yeah, we've had a few crashes. What am I going to say? Well, here we go through this section where we're a bit uncertain, though. But where to be flat out and when. So we might lose a bit here. Past Alpine Cottage. Oh my God, the gap's almost under 2 minutes. As we approach the bridge. One of the few places who are in second gear. What's that? We definitely do have a body to follow now. This uncertain section for us. Oh no! That bump again! No! We've gone like half the lap there. Oh man. And we actually caught up to someone. Oh, I was going to enjoy having someone to follow. I don't know how they stayed upright though, because he gave him a good whack with our bike. Wish we could stay upright like that. The soul will be straight. Oh, they are down. Bye, sucker. There we go. Did get it all the way down to first though, which I probably shouldn't have. It's a bit of ride through Ginger Hall. There's another corner we've got to brake for after this. No, it's not. Oh, gap up to 2.8 again now. There's a sign to enter the area which we don't know. Fortunately for us. Just rolling off the throttle here. Roll off. Don't need to be aggressive. Just keep it upright. We should have that place back from wherever it fell. That's our approach here in Parliament Square though. I'll recognise this right. He went over that bump without going down on this lap as well. Through Schoolhouse Corner, and there is Parliament Square right in front. Oh, that right-hander causes issue. Hasn't caused issues on this bike though. It's pretty cool. This time remember to go left. No! Come on, White Gates. Just looked at the pavement a bit too closely there, and it was like, no, no pavement for you. Damn it, second crash this lap, but still, not bad this lap, as the gap's up to 2:13. All our hard work in the first half of that gone. Go through waterworks. Gotta go right then left. Through the tower bends. So we're at the gooseneck. And away. Oh god, did not need to brake. Rolled off the throttle. I'm going to do that. Let's go through Joey's in fourth. I swear that corner's much quicker than it is normally. Well, it feels like it's quicker normally than we normally take it. Oh, oh no, it's Guthrie's Memorial. No! That's why we got the corners confused. Damn it. Oh, no, we do know this section a bit better now. We know where we can go flat out and where we have to slightly lift and brake. So that's our third crash, but still, when count them out crash on one hand, that's a good lap. And naturally, we should be under 19 minutes. We spent less time crashing, sorry. For once. Is that someone in front? They're catching up to someone else now as well. Or was that the rider we passed? And they repassed us. Probably that, isn't it? I know we caught them here again. No! You know what happened last time we caught a ride in this neck of the woods? Got to be a bit cautious here. There we go, just like the previous lap, but this time we actually made it through. So the gap's actually similar. 2:14, that's pretty good. Didn't lose so much time despite the crashes there. Well, I never know how quick to take this corner still. I always think it's the corner after, but it's not, is it? Like the corner after you have to live. There we go, keep it in fourth. It's this corner where we've got to be a bit tighter. Oh my god, Mike, what are you doing? Because it's the bungalow bends. Need to go over the tram lines. And then we've got a couple of tight-ish corners to leave this sector, and then we're in the final sector. Go through Hellwood's Rise. And then we've got Dukes coming up, don't we, after Brady Wells. See, I'm learning the circuit. It's taken a while, but we're getting there. Oh, that was close. The gap's still around 2:13. So I've got decent pace through there, through Windy Corner. Now the final sector to that. Let's go flat out here, and then we've got the lift for the corner. So that's a bit close. And we definitely got the lift for the next corner. There we go, that's better through Keppel Gate. Much neater. Past Kate's cottage, there we go. It's now downhill towards the tight right-hander. Outside the hotel, I believe this is. That's why you're seeing so many people here. There's normally bumps on the inside of that corner. You don't really feel that though. That's there, we've closed the gap by 5 seconds. It's all flat out. Slight lift for the corner. We'll probably take that flat out though, to be honest. Okay, we're making it through nice and neatly. Oh, what the fuck? That was nothing we did, I don't see. That was just bumps. It took us down. Again. That's through Hillberry Corner. So we can count the amount of crashes we've had on one hand though this lap. Very happy with that. Through Signpost Corner. Making a bit early for this corner. Just making sure we're making it through the nook. Over Governor's Bridge. Pedal the way round there. Bit wide, but onto the front stretch. A proud approach to final lap here. The classic TT. 19:22. Come on, under 19-minute final lap. Let's do it. So flat out. It's over Aggo's Leap. Bridge Road. And through Quarter Bridge. If you're still here after an hour, thank you. It hasn't felt like an hour now. I really have enjoyed this now that the bike's kind of handing a bit better for us, even though we're still not getting anywhere near the maximum out of it. I know this is that where the tyres go a bit, so could run into issues over bumps like we have previously. That's for Union Mills. Out once again. Gap down to 209. Once again, like after I record the MotoGP race, I'm probably not going to feel my left hand after this. Because I actually grip it okay with the right hand, the Xbox controller, but the left hand it's got a bit of a claw grip because the way, you know, where the buttons are. So not going to feel good after, but at the moment still enjoying it. Good end Vine. Man, wish I could length from 5th gear. Let's go through Crossroads. Get that out over the rise. Towards the halfway house. As you're over an hour now in this race. Best hour race I have enjoyed. He says as he jinxed himself on this. No, I wanted a crash-free run on the final lap, but that's impossible. As I said, we'll be around on this. I'm just not that good. Gap's still similar though. Try it in 4th there. I'm going to try it higher gear instead. I'll basically just use 5th, 4th and 3rd if needed. No 2nd at all. Or 1st. There we go, flat out. Yeah! Gorsley. Just kept it in 3rd. Flat out, up to 5th, downhill. Oh, bit wide there. Through the double bank, so keeping it in 3rd there for the most part. So actually kind of pushing a bit with the bike. Bike went airborne there. Don't know how we're still upright. It's never gone airborne there before in the previous 3 laps. That's why it caught us out slightly. I guess that's what happens when you actually push it a bit. That's through Glen Helen. Towards the cottage. There we go past Sarah's cottage. 4 out of 4. Not causing any damage to our cottage. For like the first time ever in one of these races. Whoa, what the fuck? Again, I was saying that's just tyres now. Even though we're trying to save it, that. Doesn't have... I think it's because it doesn't have side grip now. I'm not sure how they do the wear in this game, but that's what it seems like, because you keep losing it over the bumps like that. That's 2:15 the gap now. Let's go forwards to the 11th milestone. Had to lift there because there was a bit of a bump. Make sure we didn't go down. Might have to do that for all like the bumps now. Just be careful off the front. Like if we're on the throttle, just be off it. There we go, made it through there on this occasion. All gap down slightly. Just keeping it in 4th through here. Much tighter line there through Westwood. That was much better than the previous lap. Just keeping it in 4th through into Kurt Michael. Roll off the throttle in 5th. Probably going to do that through here as well. And we've been changing it down to 4th previously. Probably just need to keep it in 5th. No need to actually change gears. Oh no, again! Didn't realise how severe the bump was there. So here's bumps that are catching us out then, for those crashes. Okay. As you probably saw the previous that we could take that virtually flat out. Now we can't on the second lap. As we approach the bridge, I'll say Alpine Cottage. Yeah, gap up to 2:16. Chasing the bike a bit after the bridge. Hey, we made it over that jump. Never knew it was coming this time. Through the Croy bends. These bends we definitely have to live for. Now Soulby straight, isn't it? Not yet. God damn it, that's a flat out left. It always catches me out. Come on. Just gonna get it down to 3rd. If I got it down to like 2nd or 1st, probably would have taken the apex back corner. Or 1st and 2nd, shall I say. So we're protecting the bike a bit on this final lap. Just wanted to make it through. And maybe realising we could actually use some high gears in some of these corners. So gaps 2:13. So it's keeping regular. And that was a major bump there. That's why I rolled off the throttle so much. Through Glenduff. There are bumps here, remember that. No! Stupid pavement. There, go up to third immediately. To fourth. Yeah, the gaps actually remain consistent this lap. It's pretty... I don't know what that is. Is there a bump there? Doesn't feel like it, but the bike's just gone. So we've already had more crashes this lap than we had the previous lap, which is not good. But expected with the tyre wear. And we're still learning where all the major bumps are for this second lap. So I'm going to be caught out by them. But as I was saying, before we started going to the crash mode this lap, the gap was consistent these previous 2 laps in the second half of this race, which is very encouraging pace-wise. Oh, we've got it there, we just need to stay upright if we can. Had to get it down to second. Need it up to third though. Remember, this corner's tighter than you expect. There we go. Oh no, the hairpin. I've got it down to second. There we go, third. The gap up to 227. But overall, we've only lost... Oh, for God's sake, what are you doing, bike? Freaking tyre wear, man. Caught me out then. Of course, that was a 4th gear corner on the previous lap. That was a 3rd gear corner this time, though. But yeah, the gap until now, until all the crash in the last couple of minutes, was consistent. We're saying after this race, so hopefully, when we learn this circuit a bit better, I'll learn this bike a bit better in the tyre wear, and keep up. And actually battle for the win round it, which is of course the ultimate goal of the series, so that'd be very cool indeed. Oh, it's Guthrie's Memorial, god damn it. So it's a very bumpy through there as well, so very easy to lose the bike. There we go, we made it through. Oh, get in the front. I'm loaded there, over a bump. That was not good. As I passed Mountain Mile. Go on, keep powering. Pretty flat out here. Look at that. Section, slight lift. Do the mountain box. Now the next corner we've got the lift like that. There we go. George's Folly. There you go. Gap's actually gone down by like a second in this section. See what happens when we keep it upright through this section. Oh god, that's wide. Definitely enjoying these roads a bit more now that I'm starting to get on top of this section and understand it a bit. Oh, the bungalow. Okay, you can't use the rear brake on the last. I just used it there and you saw the getting the back end kicking out. We're trying to. Go through Hellwood's Rise. Yeah, and starting to actually understand where all the corner names are now as well. Through Brandywell and Jukes. And you've got Windy Corner coming up in the final section of this classic TT. And we gained another couple of seconds through that section. We can get the gap back down to around 2:50 and I'll be very happy with the second half of our race, because that's the way it was when we left the pits, if I remember right. We'll go through Keppelgate. Past Kate's Cottage, only have to pay for the damage once. Oh yeah, there's some bumps here we've got to watch out for. Especially under braking here for this corner. We've made it through. And you see, he went a bit wide on the apex as well, because the corner's on that inside. We haven't really felt it this race, so it's down to 220. It's happening. You can see why people like using the Norton out of the classic bikes. Very, as I said, apart from the understeer we thought we felt early on, the first stint, we haven't really felt in the second stint though. Just when the tyres have been wearing, we just got losing it slightly over bumps. That's about it really. Through signpost corner, thought we were gone. We are, no! Get quickly up to third. Bedstead corner, shame to have a crash right at the end. But still, on the second half of the race, I think we've had as many crashes as we had through the Nook now as we had in the first, on the second lap in total. So very good. Improvement we'd like to see as well. Let's see if we can actually hit the apex of this corner. No, it's still a bit bumpy, but we're through. And we're about to end this classic TT, hopefully in the top 5. Let's see. As we go towards the line. I can barely move my left hand. Oh my god. Okay. Oh. Almost 80 minutes. So I'll just stretch out my left hand there. Right hand's not too bad. But we were... Oh, it says we were 4 minutes 17 back in the end. What the hell? And we're 6th. No! Oh, that is so annoying. Hang on, now it's saying we're 2nd. Oh, out of the 10 riders, we were 2nd. 2:21 back. So... in the second half of the race, we only lost like 5 seconds to the leader. So that is pretty good. That is pretty good. So we get your opponent's performance is slightly reduced. We definitely need that. But if you've made it to the end of this video, thank you very much. I know that's quite a long race, the Classic TT. But next time, we'll be heading to the second round of the Irish Championship and the airfield. We like the airfield. And we might complete through the end of October as well. So we might do like the full cup for the Isle of Man TT. What else is there? We could do a race around Atrium Speed Track or Milford as well. And then after that, in November, we've got the third round of the championship. And that is at Kenmare Circuit for 3 laps. Which is the same as the first circuit, isn't it? I know. For Mount Raceway. But I hope you enjoyed the classic TT. Not quite what we wanted in the end results wise, but I think we can pretty happy with the second half of the race. Just forget about the first half. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.